All right, want to call this meeting of the FinCom to order, 6:06 PM, October 2nd. In attendance, we have Brad Battersby. And on Zoom, we have,
Steve Dollinger.
right, and thank you guys for attending. And in the audience, we're very lucky to have one of the selectmen with us.
Michael Brunel.
And then we also have esteemed former member,
Alan Flag.
All right, so I'm hoping to keep this meeting pretty short. We'll follow in Alan's footsteps. Well under an hour is the goal. I sent out to you guys, we don't have to go in the order of the agenda, the meeting minutes from last time. I don't know if your email is set up and going yet.
I'm gonna have to figure that one out.
Okay,
I have the email and I can send one, but I don't know how to receive it.
so
If you need any help with that, bro, let me know and I can set up a session with you to make sure that you're good to go. Remotely. So just Corey, if you don't mind giving me my cell phone number, I can help him out remotely.
Awesome. Yeah, the only challenge I found was because they have they've switched to 365. If you have another 365 account in your life,
I have about
Yeah.
3 of them.
yeah, through work and things like that, you have to make sure that your OneDrive and everything, decide what's going to sync and what's not going to sync.
And that's why I haven't messed
Well,
with it yet, because I,
So the whole thing is that when you use a mobile device, you have to have Outlook installed. If it's whether it's Android or iOS, you have to have Outlook installed, which allows you to have a FedRAMP account because these are FedRAMP. So federal government, stuff like that, right? Local, town, and state. You have to have a Outlook installed. You can't use Apple Mail or whatever else. So you have to have Outlook installed. And I can help you out with all of it, bro. Just let me know, and we can walk you through it so that you have access. Because you got to be connected to the town 24/7.
So if you want to look that over real quick,
Yeah.
they're pretty basic. Steve, did you have any comments?
Comment there.
No,
Yeah.
sir. No.
May want to give Nick, right?
Brad.
I'm sorry.
That's-
The Geeks phone number and everything also,
Okay,
because I found they're the town's IT web provider. I mean, Steve knows them well.
Yeah.
But I found sometimes when I ran into trouble on the weekend or I'm trying to do something, they're very responsive. At least they always were to me.
that's a great idea.
I don't have the information any longer because I've been cut out of the system, but
Yep.
they are a good resource too when Steve's not available,
Yeah.
when he's in Mexico.
Sorry. So Steve, no comments? And,
So, Chairman, I'm very good.
all right, they were pretty basic.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as is, and per
I'll second
Alan,
that.
we had found out if something changes, we can always go back and revise them
As long as you take the time in the meeting to
to another.
make it official.
Yep, excellent. So do I have a
I'll-
second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye.
All right. So those are accepted. Did we have any public comments, inquiries, or correspondence that anyone knew of? Steve?
I have none. Thank you for asking.
Okay. Brad?
No.
Okay, we do check the mailbox out here. If you are up here more often, like some of the selectmen, you're welcome to check it and let us know. I usually check it when I come to a meeting, and there's nothing in it.
Okay.
So, Alan, any public comments that you knew of?
No, nothing. Corey, I would say on the mail, you really got anything in it once in a while. I would check it more often than just a meeting, just because
Yeah.
I live so close to the town hall.
Yeah.
But, really, was there anything in there? Maybe during budget season, you will see some of the departments when they've got some little thing they want to change. I've 3 or 4 times I found stuff stuck in there saying, here's a change we want to make. Instead of calling up or sending an email, they do it that way.
Okay,
So just keep that in mind.
excellent. Mike, did you have anything that you knew of?
No, the only thing was, we had Maribel send out another reminder. I don't know if you saw that, for the reserve fund.
Yes, she copied
which
on us.
was
I look at you like you had your email.
A lot
Yes,
more blunt than the first one. That if the departments, whatever, have something, they have to come to the selectmen and then, for approval, and then before they pull the trigger on whatever it is they want to do, and then obviously to the finance committee for your approval.
Yeah,
So it kind of, it's out there. So
I
if
can't,
somebody does it, we should be able to hang them.
I can't speak for everyone on the FinCom, but I do appreciate you guys being all over it, because when Alan left last year, we knew we were concerned that
That
this,
shouldn't,
this was gonna be a tight year.
none of that should happen. I don't think.
So, thank you.
That's just my prejudice.
Which brings us nicely into the 2024 year-to-date spending. And it looks like the accountant fixed the error on her end. I brought a printout for you since I didn't think you'd have it. It's about 24 pages, the report currently.
Yeah.
Basically, year-to-date is this number. And so we're running about 80% available where we are in the calendar year,
That would be,
We're July to July.
Yes, so it's pretty reasonable. When we get further along, next couple of months, we'll start looking at line items. But again, the selectmen have been very proactive at getting on the departments to make sure they stay within their budget.
one of the things, Brad, that we used to do, I think Corey will probably continue doing it, if you get to where you start noticing some departments that are running way ahead of spend, is make sure it gets brought to the attention of the Board of Selectmen, because it's really their responsibility to talk with the department heads about what's going on with that, because they are in the Board of Selectmen's organization, so to speak, is how I always thought of it. So it's just one of those things that I used to try to send stuff directly to people, and when I first started, and it confused people. So I, kind of had someone speak to me from the Board of Selectmen that said, their salaries, payroll, everything comes through us. You'll probably have better results and better luck if you bring stuff back through the Board of Selectmen instead of trying to go direct to, say, the Highway Department. Now I would discuss it with them, but I would also make sure the Board of Selectmen, after it was, again, pointed out to me that, you're probably creating a problem by not letting the Board of Selectmen know. So I'm just sharing that with you, and I think Steve knew that. I think he was there when some of that happened, so.
Yeah, I mean, an example would be, Harold told me this morning that his tire account line item, because he's been replacing tires out of that account. He said, so it's gonna get low, just as a warning.
Are they burning through it right now, so they're ready for winter, and then they
I
won't
believe
spend anymore?
Yeah, I believe he's
Yeah.
just changing tires that need to be changed before,
Yeah,
they go flat on the highway, I guess.
so that's a good example, if all of a sudden, if we're supposed to only be 20% in, but he burns through 90% of that budget, as long as he's explained it to the selectmen and it makes sense that he's getting ready for winter.
And theoretically, whatever's left, or if it's zero, it shouldn't be an issue through June 30th.
Yeah.
Because he's done what he's needed to do.
Is he buying tires every year? That or?
The trucks are all on they don't all come due at one time.
Yeah, okay.
So it works out better to couple here, a couple there.
And he really does the same thing with the plow shrouds also,
Yeah, and the blades.
The blades and everything, yeah. because you'll suddenly see a bill come in that eats up almost his entire budget, but he'll buy 4 or 5 blades at one time, so that he's getting, I guess, a shipment discount and all those. I'm not really
Right.
sure quite, I never dug into it that deeply, but you would notice it, and that's how Kevin always would explain it. They're just stocking up to be ready.
Yep.
And then they wouldn't buy any for the rest of the year.
Well, and the other idea is they have it, if they need it in the middle of February, they're not scrambling to find somebody
get it.
that has one,
Yeah.
if one breaks or whatever.
I mean, if a tire pops and he's out of tire money, he can assumingly pull from a different part of his budget if it's not gonna
Well, I
foreseeably be used too, right?
The yes and no. It's supposed to, if they do that, they're supposed to get approval if you're taking it outside of an approved budget area, because the citizens of the town approved that you've got $1,000 for tires. And if you need more, that the Board of Selectmen can approve that, and then they can, what's the last 6 weeks of the year? You can
Yeah,
transfer
so if
between
you
departments
had-
even.
if you had extra money, say in your office supplies, paper and pencils, whatever it may be, and you didn't really, because you had stuff left, you didn't need, you can move some of that money with the approval of the selectmen and the finance committee. transfer it, but it's usually, like you said, the end of the year.
The last 6 weeks, I think there's a 4 week and then a 2 week on the
Right.
outside. So one of the things, Brad, that again, I don't know your background, but that I learned, had a financial background of some degree. There's so many different regulations and requirements for a public town budget versus what you would deal with under general accounting rules. It took me a while to, and I don't want to say I learned it, but it took me a while to understand that there's just a lot more, I don't want to call it bureaucracy, but a lot more checks and balances because so many people are volunteers in some towns and everything else, and it's just the way the state system has evolved.
Nice. So
Anyway,
while we had Mike here, you were copied, I think we followed up with Don about the animal control. Has a decision been made by the selectmen on that?
I don't know that there was a vote to be disinclined. It just kind of was tabled.
It was tabled for the time being? Okay,
Don made the motion to table it and going forward.
Is this one of those situations where our opinion can be taken into consideration, but we don't have a say in it? Is it?
you have two options. One, he gave us a layout of the financial numbers.
Mhm.
And so basically, he's saying it's almost a wash. It's about $100 more to switch over. But that doesn't take into account the farm animals that we would have to take on ourselves. Was that the take?
Yeah, and then
So we could
Well-
weigh in on that, but then you can always weigh in as a resident.
Learning about the host piece too, I guess is concerning because we don't have a say in it. If they decide to raise,
that was
hire another person and things like
that
that.
was the other side of it is you.
Right.
That's what I was uncomfortable with, me, just myself. Was where is it going to go next year or the year after? Is it going to go up? You know, I would have thought that, okay, if we join this regionalization, our costs theoretically should have been less because you have this consortium of towns doing the same thing, but it was gonna be the same. So I didn't see the savings, just that, me personally, I didn't see a savings in doing it.
Well, I didn't either. That's why I was wondering where we have
Yeah.
a say in it or whatnot, but
So if they've tabled it for the time being, there's nothing for us to vote on, but there's nothing to stop you from commenting as a resident, as one of the selectmen is sitting here, and
Yeah.
can hear you out.
all right, that was a good.
I mean, going forward, if the dynamic changes, it can always be revisited because it
Yeah.
was tabled. You know, if something changes, you know, with that whole makeup of Rutland or, well, maybe a different town. You know, approaches to do the same thing, it's just, that's off in the future. That's,
No, that's fine.
I thought it was, sorry, Val, I thought it was a really nice email that he laid out.
Yeah.
So just for the record, I do appreciate Don doing that because it's
Yeah.
a nice record of what the costs were gonna be and the expectation and the reason for it. So really nicely done.
I mean, sorry,
Go ahead.
Lucy went on, had met with, Austin. Town manager, Rutland. And so there was more information that she had, and probably it'll be in our minutes when they're done, but. So she kind of gave a thing of what her meeting was, and that's when it was decided just to table it, so,
Okay.
for
Yeah.
the time being.
Alan, you,
yeah, just a comment, I probably should have made it when you had the public comments open. But I want to make sure you're aware that the senior center, that the Council on Aging is looking at regionalizing also. I don't know if you're aware of that.
no,
Okay, so they are working with Rutland, Berry, and do you know the third one, Mike?
North Brookfield, I think
Brookfield.
they've had conversations, well, they haven't,
There's
In
been
and of
unofficial
themselves.
conversation. Yeah.
Paul Rochette has.
Yeah.
As a member of the council, but not as an official of the council.
And I think
he's
Claire-
reporting back to them.
Right.
And so they've been invited to check out Barry.
Yeah, I think they did now, as Barbara was
Yeah.
telling me.
So
is OCAM looking to be the leader, the host of that, or are they looking to join
no, I
another
think Barry is already Barry and Hardwick regionalized.
one? Okay.
I don't know, they have a nice facility up near the VFW.
Yes, it's a very nice
I
facility.
can't think of the name of that road to save my life.
I know, yeah. But it's basically about a
Grocery store, you go by Hamshaw's.
Yeah, it's just past that on the right-hand
Pine
side.
Ridge.
Yeah, across from the old Pine Ridge,
But
yes.
it's about a $20,000 charge from Barry, I know that.
Ooh,
But the Council on Aging budget is $20,060, I think, for this year. It's being driven by Melanie, I think you knew, has stepped aside for some family reasons. So they don't have a director right now. And they've had just, this membership is down, they're just thinking it may be time. And I'm only sharing this with you because I think you need to be aware of it, and I didn't know if you were or not.
not,
Because it could become a budget question or a question similar to the question of the animal control officer, where you'll want to venture an opinion. So I just don't want you to be surprised about it, and bringing the animal control officer up reminded me of the situation.
so the coordinator has stepped aside for the time being?
Yeah, Melanie had some family things going on. That she
She took a leave of
took a leave of
absence.
absence, and I understand she's probably not coming back now.
No, she's not. She turned.
Yeah, okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
officially.
yeah,
She-
no, so-
I heard she wasn't coming back.
What was that? Didn't we have a budgeted amount for her?
It was 12,000 something for this year. And then the other expenses, I just remember the Council of Aging in my head was just over $20,000.
So is she not collecting that 12,000 this year then in its entirety?
I don't think she's collecting anything this year.
If she's-
For this fiscal year, I don't think maybe, but I don't think she's collected anything.
Okay, well, we'll look at the line, I'll look at the line
I
item.
think the leave was unpaid, but
It was unpaid, and I believe it occurred before the budget. It was approved by the
it
town.
was the end of June.
Yeah, it was right in there. I think she was
That
gone.
they, so I don't know if they spent any money, but they also had a grant, didn't they? Council on Aging,
They have some grants, yes.
so that, I think from what I understood the other night, that conceivably, if they say join Barry or not Brookfield, or that money can be part of their share.
Yeah,
As
I
a
didn't,
Regionalization thing.
I didn't want to sound callous that, oh, is she collecting? I just was curious what she had communicated to the selectmen and what that salary or compensation, if it's going to be used for something else.
So that's kind of sounds like that's kind of where that's at.
Okay.
Is that part of the 20 or in addition to the
Her
20?
salary is part of it. When she first took the leave of absence, it was a thought she might come back, so that's why we budgeted the full amount for this year. But I think Mike's right, she never actually has come back at all. So
No, I
probably
think
hasn't-
when it got to the end of the 12 weeks sticks in my head,
Okay,
which was basically the summer. So the end of summer, I think there was a letter that said,
I'm staying.
I'm stepping
okay, yeah.
aside.
That was probably after I was gone or close to it, or maybe when I was just getting ready to
I
leave.
want to say it was either just before Labor Day or a day or two after. I don't.
The lady that was here last meeting? I don't know
No.
what you're talking about, so.
Melanie is not, I haven't seen her since
Oh.
back in April or May probably,
Oh,
so.
and she runs the,
She was, what was her title? It wasn't actually director, it was coordinator. She was the coordinator of the senior center. A very nice lady, did a very good job. Very
She did
enthusiastic.
a lot of the different activities.
A lot of it, planned all the activities, coordinated the lunches they would do out, and, if they had an event with the fire department coming in to help with a lunch or something, she would sort of be the coordinator of all that. So she actually wasn't a director, she was a coordinator, which is a big difference in pay scale. The director's pretty high paying job.
and it's an OCAM?
No, there's no director in OCAM.
Oh.
That's why there's a coordinator, because there's a state. Again, it's one of those things that if you're a director, you're under the state guidelines, there's certain things you're supposed to have, certain kind of like the librarian degrees and everything.
That
if I
Lucy
remember.
didn't show up tonight.
Yeah, she would know.
Tell us.
But anyway, so that, again, I'm just sharing this, Corey, so that you're aware of it, because it's something I learned over the last couple of weeks, and I just didn't want you to be surprised if it comes up at a future meeting.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking right now to see if I can find that number.
So that'll be something that'll probably be in flux at some time in the winter, on how it.
Okay.
Could be a savings, at some point,
And to answer your question, Lucy, who was the one who was here, she is the chair
chair.
of the Board of Selectmen this year.
In
long
terms,
time council on aging and the hot lunch thing going.
She was kind of the coordinator unofficially. I mean, she wasn't a salaried or paid coordinator. She did a lot of the coordinating
Going back to
going back for many
almost to the
years.
beginning of
Yeah.
it.
It looks like for this fiscal year was $12,480.
That's what and the total's around 20,000 if I remember. Spent a lot of time on that one with Claire, so it's stuck in my head.
I want to say with the grant, it's probably in the higher 20s,
It probably
but
is,
it's a separate pool of
yeah,
money.
the grant money doesn't fall under the finance committee, so.
I was gonna say, if we have, do we have like a savings that we try to have, or is it spend down type of thing at the end of the year?
Well, theoretically, anything at the end of the year that can be turned back should be turned
Yeah,
back.
you try not to spend down, Brad.
Yeah.
Some departments may,
I'm against it. I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
I'm very cheap, but I was just curious, like, do we have a pool of money that we continue to save that doesn't go to next year's budget and it's there as
No.
a safety net?
He's referring to stabilization. So yes.
oh, okay, well, if you put it in stabilization, then you do, but it's not in when it's in the budget, you don't have someone from any specific department that make sure they spend 100% of their budget. You may have one or two that actually do, but they may go out and buy tires at the end of the year instead of the end of the fiscal year, instead of the beginning of the next one,
Right.
if they have a surplus. So there's,
Yeah.
I
There's
believe
some
there
of
is
that.
some of that does go on, yes. But it's within the department, it's within their budget, and it's hard to really tell them it's the wrong thing to do.
Steve just touching base, Brad expressing how thrifty he is. I didn't know if you want to weigh in.
We're all thrifty here.
That's what I was expected to hear.
Hmm.
So that actually leads in well. Steve, did you have any comments or are you good?
I'm all set. Thank you very much.
Okay. So I did pull up again the Data Analytics and Resource Bureau from the DLS, just simply to put it on the record because Maribel had emailed that they had certified free cash.
Correct.
Um,
I believe she got an email from the state.
So the free cash, this is the last 4 years, and just for the 7 people who now watch these videos, we were running almost we were running between 4 and 500,000 in free cash every year. And we're looking at $180,501.
And I think we kept using the number around 200 as we approached the budget.
Has been certified for this year. I don't know if you saw that. So it's something that we'll have to be very aware of. That's a drastic, almost a 60% cut in our, depending on which number you look at from the previous fiscal years.
Another way to look at it is that's what we borrowed from stabilization or used from stabilization.
Yeah,
To
that's,
fund the budget even with the cuts.
This is the
Or,
stabilization.
no, stabilization is, sorry, Alan, one second. Stabilization fund is this. And there's you don't know Alan, what are the numbers off?
stabilization in total is pretty big. It's multiple millions, I remember.
Yeah, that's
God,
convoluted though,
yeah,
because they
there's so
throw the
many
trust
different
funds in there
accounts. Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And those aren't spendable
Yeah.
for
That's why
general revenue.
that's why I was wondering if you had a
I
number.
think general was just under $1 million for some reason, but the totals gets close to 2 if I remember. Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Having that information, I would go to the fiscal year 2025 budget and plug in 0 budget increase for everybody. Yeah, this is what I'm just telling you what I would do now that I have this number. I did it last year.
Yeah.
And say, okay, if we have the same revenues, nothing changed, we don't increase revenues at all, we don't lose any for fiscal year 2026, and we have 180 something thousand, what are we going to be facing when we get to budget season? Because you can start pre-planning for it. If you say, you know what, we're going to need to take money out of stabilization just to cover the budget. So the approach, because remember, you've got to start setting up the budget calendar for the selectmen and you for meetings and everything, you'll kind of coordinate everything sometime in November. And we would kind of say, hey, let's start getting the requests out to the departments right after the first of the year so they can start working on it. So all that starts really in November. You can back into the next fiscal year's budget pretty easily because you've got the current one. Now that you know what stable or what free cash certified was at. And it really will give you kind of a big clue as to where you're gonna be come April and May.
You did that in that spreadsheet that you shared with
It's-
Stephen and me
I
last year,
believe
right?
so, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, again, I don't have my emails or any of that stuff anymore, so
Yeah.
I can't tell you for sure, but I believe I would have shared it with you.
Okay. And just because I happened to be on that site and, you know, Maribel had made me aware of the 180,500. It just pops up very quickly that the forecast for outstanding receivables, the state is forecasting that that has continued to climb for us over the last 3 years from around 57,000 to almost $91,000. That's going to be outstanding. That was fiscal year 24.
Must be a lot of new cars.
So, well, this is monies unpaid. So just something for everyone to keep in mind. I want to share that with Steve and you.
It's because look, just kind of,
So that it's real estate, personal property, deferred taxes, tax liens, and foreclosures. Foreclosures and deferred taxes run at zero. And so it's outstanding real estate taxes make up the bulk of it, with personal property being the second largest. So it's just
It's your cars and stuff.
yeah, so it's just an interesting thing.
This is people not paying their taxes?
Yes.
In just in this town.
Just in this town.
Yeah. So the nice thing about this DLS website, I'll send it to you once you have your email, is that you can look at OCAM, you can look at all 351 communities, or you can look at OCAM versus New Braintree, OCAM versus,
They can limit
Princeton.
stuff.
yeah. So there was some interesting things, it was just food for thought, you know, without those monies being due to the town. And if you're looking at a tight year,
I think, it's the overlay
Yes, yes.
to make sure we're not holding too much money
You don't wanna-
going forward.
This past year, we did very well.
Right.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago, we were not doing so well. Last few years, we've done pretty well with it. I think 23, 24, and now 25 were all decent. You know,
Yeah.
versus if you went back to 18, 19, 20, some of them, there was some pretty big gaps.
were you looking at the overlay reserve or the overlay as a percent of the tax levy? Which one?
Well, it's basically what they hold aside for, abatements is the simplest way to,
Remember, you had the log cabin issue. They held an extra 20 or 25,000 back for that.
That was before Mike came on the
That's
board.
right.
I don't
Yeah,
know
okay,
about that.
you don't need to get into it tonight, but there was an issue that came up there.
No, what I did want to add to what Alan was saying just a few minutes ago was it might behoove us to figure a percentage cut. Not in payroll, and you'll have to put school district in a box by itself, because we won't know to see what percentage would bring us into balance. You know, and how drastic that would be, because it would be preliminary, because
Yeah.
you wouldn't know the school. But it would give us, you know, a shock to the system way before the last minute,
Yeah,
if it has to go that way.
we
Get
certainly,
everybody in the mindset that it's gonna happen.
we certainly can. And I think I think you're vaguely aware that the school eats up 60%
Just about, yeah.
of the town's budget. And so what Mike's referring to is we're trying to work with the other 40% that we can control.
Mhm.
And so all of a sudden, when you're trying to save money within 40%, right off the bat, you know, it's a painful process, because you have to basically cut something, you know.
The only
Much-
reason I say leave payroll off the table is because people just finally got an increase. Was it this year, 3%?
3% this year, and it's actually a little bit bigger if I remember the year before, wasn't it?
Right, so but that was
The year
after-
before that, it was like 1.5,
But it was after quite a few years with,
1.5.
you know, some pretty austere, nobody got anything.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, so you don't really want to go back and punch people right in the nose, you know?
Yeah. And then this was the actual free cash certification. Again, it was just something, normally I just share this via email, but you weren't.
Yeah.
Weren't on that, and so I just printed it out. And so that's how they get the math of the $180,501. And it was certified.
So this was
September.
left over from last year?
Yeah, a lot of it would be,
So they take, Alan, that first unreserved, undesignated fund balance was 243,000 and change.
Okay,
That would have been off of our fiscal year 24 budget.
that's what I believe too, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't looked at it, Corey, but that's, I just don't, I mean, I hadn't thought about it.
Yeah.
Quick glance, but that's how I remember it. Yeah, yep, and then you're taking out the taxes and everything that haven't been collected, so yeah. Again, I swear to have the email, I just hadn't looked at it.
Okay.
So that's completely separate from stabilization.
Yes. Yeah,
If you go back, Brad, the money you said that's left over, are people trying to spend it as you get to the last month of the year and everything you have, you were kind of thinking that way? That's what wasn't spent, is the simplest way to think of it. That was money that was turned back into the budget, so it becomes part of the revenue for the next year, so to speak.
so for, yeah, so for an
For the next
example,
fiscal year.
I do the tree warden stuff for town. And I have my budget, and so on June 30th, I think I had less than $100 that hadn't been spent. And so when I'm doing it, I try to get the biggest bang out of the dollars that I'm given to do it. And, but it never comes out even at zero. So. And hopefully it doesn't go to a negative number, because then I'm in trouble.
and it's an oversimplification probably, but basically the stabilization, because there are certain trusts and ways that can be spent, that's like your savings account. So the town has a savings account and we did end up drawing from it last year, or at the end, we did not.
At the end, we did not.
At the end, we did
because
not
of the concessions that were made by the school
At
and
the
by
last minute.
various departments that they cut back.
at the 11th hour. But so that is separate. Free cash is kind of like money in your wallet.
I always thought of free cash as that's your checkbook.
Checkbook.
It's kind of like at the end of when you balance your checkbook, there's something left over. Well, we closed the budget on June 30th. The free cash is what was left over. So you've got it for the next cycle, unless you elect to put it into stabilization. Once you put it into stabilization, the citizens of the town have to vote to take it back out. The Board of Selectmen cannot take it out on their own decision. It takes a vote by the town.
And
So it's a way to protect the money. It puts it into like a reserve fund is how I used to think of it.
Just as a clarification, like with the trust, these monies are monies that people in the past have created a trust and left to the town. Whether it's the library, there's the Alden Fund, which was, this was like 1917, and it was supposed to be used for, I forget the key word, like niceties for the poor, because there was no welfare, there was no, they used to have the town farm, and if you were poor, you went to the town farm, but it wasn't to offset the budget to help the poor. It was just to do something. There's a copy. I'll get it for you your next meeting so you can read it, but it's very constraining, I think, in 2024. But so it's slowly built up over time to quite a bit of money.
Are they sitting in some form of a interest account?
minimal.
It's
Very
in
minimal.
it's in a brokerage, and I've asked for the quarterly reports from the treasurer, and I believe Maribel the other day sent a message to the treasurer, hey, board asked for the quarterly reports, because I want to look at it to see if it's how it's invested.
The last time I looked at it, Mike, it was running less than 1%.
That was my gut feeling.
Which is
It's probably
insane in today, right now, like Jesus.
But then the last time it came up, Brad, was an interesting discussion, and I understood it. It was, if you do something else with it, who has responsibility for making the investment decision? Board of Selectmen is what everyone kind of thought. And then are the Board of Selectmen, were they willing to take on the risk of loss, the risk of putting it out and something happened? And it was there was a couple of cycles ago in the Board of Selectmen. It was maybe back in 20 or something. It was tabled and said, we're not gonna do anything with it unless we get someone that can provide professional. They asked the finance committee to do it. I said, we don't have a broker on staff. I mean,
I mean, even the savings, like they have 5% savings.
yeah, they were looking at how to
Well,
move
That you don't lose on.
That's my point.
Yeah.
When I was on the board 30 years ago. And I'll use the Alden Fund as an example. I want to say there was $225,000 in the trust. And then they had, I believe it was 25,000 that had been interest that was earning on the originally it was Norton Company bonds dating back to 1917 or something. And so the treasurer, who was Ron Connors at the time, I believe his last name's Connors, but I believe it's Ron. I might have that wrong. He had said, hey, we're not spending all this interest, because they used to do the fruit baskets, for, the people over 75 years old. And so I think 1 year on the board, when I was on, we got together with the minister at the church and the principal of the elementary school to find out, hey, are there any young families that are, and we ended up doing like $100 gift certificate to the grocery store. I think we did 12 or 15 of them or something, which was beyond just being 75, But he had managed it a little bit. And then when he stepped down as treasurer, I'm not so sure that it's.
I think Alan had showed us the percentages at some point.
I had him at
I thought I saw him somewhere. Think about like your kind of an IRA or your 401k. Basically, a lot of times people are very happy just to pick conservative, moderate, or
Right.
aggressive. And being the town's savings account, they've gone as far conservative as
Right.
possible with it. So it doesn't make much money, but it's not like you're out there playing the stock market.
I'm not saying throw it on Tesla,
Yeah.
but there's like things out there that like,
No,
It's a very valid point.
even if you took a part of it to put it in a savings account
if we're
that,
making less than a penny.
well, then you're paying some. If it's in a brokerage, you're paying some, but you're probably losing money in
Well,
some.
that's why
cases.
I want the quarterly statements.
Yeah.
I want to see what's going on, and I don't know what's going on, but at a minimum. If it was putting it in a credit union at 3.10%. In a savings account,
A money market account. They don't
Oh, exactly.
lose on it and,
whether there are conservative funds out there that you can. But I don't know, so we gotta get the
Yeah.
reports, and there is a brokerage firm that manages it. And I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. I never knew.
So I think
So
I'm
it did change at some point between being on the board now and before.
summarizing what Brad's saying, but once you get the quarterly reports, would you mind sharing them with us?
Absolutely.
So- And then by then you'll probably have email and be able to see it. Sounds like you were interested in it.
All
I
right.
mean, because everything they're making could be going straight to fees, and we're just oblivious to it.
Oh, 100%. This is got 0.1%, yeah.
Theoretically, it's always been the treasurer's venue.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that should change because we don't have an elected treasurer anymore. Not that that should be anything, but
Someone should be looking at it.
Well, and it's part of our job to ask those questions.
Oh,
So
then there you
we
go.
don't get to control where the money is invested. That falls to the selectmen and the people under them.
well, and I'm not even sure where that we. That's
It's a
why
great-
we're asking.
Yeah, but it's a great question to ask and we absolutely should be.
Because the other side is, well, use the cemetery, for example. They have a trust for the cemeteries, the cemetery commission for perpetual care. And they can spend the interest, but they can't spend the principal.
Mhm.
Which is when people pay for perpetual care when they buy a plot in the cemetery. That money, and I think there's somewhere in the $50,000 range. I'm not in 53, 55. So they get a pittance of interest that they can use to spend in their operating budget for perpetual care, whether it's mowing or work at the cemeteries or, so that's why I want to look at all this stuff to see, okay, what can we do to enhance?
Well, especially if it's part of our annual budget and we could just be using the trust interest.
Yeah, I mean, there's a balance there. But that's why it was created long time ago. You know, I mean, some of the perpetual care goes back into the 1800s. If you look at some of the headstones in the cemetery, the people that, you know, paid for their headstones, they wrote right on them, carved right into the granite, perpetual care to remind the town that they paid for. I don't know what they paid.
That's cool.
Probably $2.
So I think the last item that I had was probably of most interest to Steve. And I don't know, it feels like I received 6 different emails about it. Alan, you really missed out being cut off the email chains. But apparently the school, the Mass Association of Regional Schools, is having a big meeting on Tuesday, October 8th at 6:30 PM. To talk about the 211 school districts that are currently in the hold harmless status. And basically, it looks like they want to talk about the rural aid, and so it's a virtual statewide meeting to raise awareness of these issues and create a coalition to work towards solutions. Was that something you wanted to attend, Steve? Had you
Yes.
seen it? Were you already all over it?
All over it, gonna be joining.
Awesome. So Brad, that's something, again, when you have an email, I can forward to you if you're passionate about that. Steve has really shown some serious passion about staying involved with the schools, which I greatly appreciate. And I know Alan appreciated.
Yes, did a good job.
So just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. And membership wise, I left membership of the FinCom on there, just as again, we can be functioning with a group of 5. So Brad, if you know anybody, keep in
They
mind,
have to be from Ocam.
they have to be what was the
And my neighbor.
the attorney's decision was, as long as they're
They have
registered
be
to
a
vote
registered Voter in the town.
in the town, that, well, and
Yeah, I am a registered voter in another town now. So
yeah, congratulations.
I have to be a registered voter?
So legal resident,
you have to be legally able to be a registered, you don't have to be a registered voter, but you have to be considered legally able to be a voter in the town.
yeah.
So you have to own property
Check.
and be a resident.
So it was an interesting little,
We learned.
but we are looking for other members, so something to keep in mind as you're out and about.
All right. I see somebody.
Yeah, and I think we're looking about 4 weeks out to the next meeting, unless something else comes up. I was gonna open it up to the committee. Steve, with seniority, did you have anything you wanted to talk about?
No, I'm all good, thank you.
Okay, and then Brad, did you have anything that popped into your mind?
So I guess I'll just go back to that 250,000 that we have from last year that was left over at the end. We can either choose to put it into the stabilization thing.
You can use it for the next year's budget. That's the first place you'd use it. If you don't need it to cover the budget expenses, which you are going to need it to cover the budget. I mean, I know that.
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the free cash?
Free cash.
Free cash.
If you don't need it for the budget, you can put it into stabilization, but you will need that for the budget.
And let's just say it was a little bit more, like, would that then lower taxes for the next year?
In
Or would they
theory,
raise them if we,
If you
know.
didn't do anything with it, I believe that,
It
What affects the
it
tax
could affects the tax rate, yeah.
depending on,
which means you don't put it in stabilization, you don't use it. It kind of,
There's actually some great guidance on the DLS website about that, and Alan and Mike have both had to sit through hearing me talk about it. But the state is very clear in their guidance for free cash. It should only be used for one-time big purchases. It should not be used to close budget gaps like we do.
Right. That's
That's what I was
intent.
wondering.
Every year we do.
And they lay it out in several different ways, all saying the same thing. This should be going towards a purchase of a fire truck. This should be going towards police cruisers, one-time purchases. Should not be going to general operating expenses.
There is, if you don't spend it in the fiscal year, you didn't need it. So therefore, the next year, it should be targeted towards something specific instead of going
Sense.
back into the various departments'
So-
budgets.
or
do we,
put
do we
into
take
savings.
loans on the cop cars or the fire trucks?
No, they're paid for
They
out
are
of a
paid- oh,
fund.
Okay.
well, fire truck, a
Well,
little
that-
different.
that's
That was a
separate,
lot of
sorry.
money, but.
Yeah.
A good example would be the town landfill on South Road. we capped that, I think, in 1996, and we appropriated at town meeting to use free cash. And we had, I want to say we budgeted 300,000 and we came in. I want to say we ended up capping for like 245 at the end of the day, so. But it didn't affect the tax rate. The money was there, and I kind of gotten a thing with the treasurer because they wanted to borrow against it for just to pay the bills instead of borrowing from the bank short term. And so it was kind of, but I was like, no, we're gonna use this for a project. And since that time, they've, instead of your tax bill being due every 6 months, they made it quarterly to even out the cash flow. Because when the highway department paves a road, you gotta pay that bill before the state reimbursement comes in for the chapter 90 funds, or, so it always leaves, it's when it was every 6 months, when all the tax bills would come due. If you pave the road in July and the bills are due, come due 4 months before that, well, now you're already, then you hit them with that big bill. Now you're running short for, till you get to the next, so.
I think you'll really like to see the state guidance, and I
Yeah, it's
think-
worth taking time on it, Brad.
I think I have an old email to Alan that kind of summarized
Yeah.
the state's position.
Forward it to Brad when you, if you so.
And I can forward that to you once we get there. But Steve was good on his end. Your
I'm good
question,
now.
your
I'll
question was
say, I'll come up with questions for next time.
was the free cash. Last opportunity to the audience, if anyone had anything for
Nothing
FinCom today.
Good.
Okay, so we didn't have anything to really vote on, so I'm just gonna end the meeting then. That's, okay, I'll call this meeting to an end at 6:54 PM.
I second that.
Thank you all for attending.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All in favor?
Hi.
Aye. All right, thank you, Steve.